What is up, folks? This is Aircast, and welcome back to Infinity Minecraft. Alright, so as you can see, we have a bit of missing texture problems. The reason for that, I'm pretty sure, is that I reinstalled that mod thing. I reinstalled Optifine, and it works with some of the more recent versions of Forge, so I've got that working, and I'm very excited about that. But we have some problems conflicting with probably our texture pack. It might be another mod that's causing this, but it's most likely conflicting problem with texture pack and like connected textures and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a chisel, and I'm going to show you a mode of the chisel that I have not shown you yet. Alright, so as we've seen before, you can go ahead and just stick glass in here of pretty much any type and get different types of glass that we can use. What I'm going to use is the Chisel 2 borderless class, and I'm just going to leave it in there. And you can change the different modes on here to change what type of area it affects, but I'll show you the different types and then you can kind of get from there. So what you do is you leave it in there and you left click and it chisels any of the glass that you're working on. So now that you've seen that, these probably make a bit more sense. So a panel does a big section of it, which is what I'm going to be using. Column does up and down, of course. Row, left and right. And single, of course, does just single. So the panel is what I'm going to use because there's a limited number of glass in an area, and I don't need multiple types of glass. So I'm just going to be doing this. I'm not sure how I feel about the streaks. They're very unobtrusive though, so I think I don't mind. I think I'd rather just a clear glass, but we'll leave it like this for a little while, see what we think about it. Because I do like these like silvery kind of colors for the rims. So let's just go along like that, and ta-da, we're done. So now we have missing textures turned into actual windows. Cool. Alright. So, we had a problem at the end of the last episode that I wanted to work with. So, the issue was that we're going to have cobblestone flooding into, well, cobblestone and dirt and gravel and all that kind of stuff flowing into our AE system, and I don't want it there. Flowing in, of course, from the quarry. And these are working just fine, just in case you're curious. All the RF is automatically being pumped into here, so. But yeah, so it's going from the quarry directly into our AE system, which for most things is fine. For things like cobble, that's not so fine because we're still just using 1K drives. I do need to upgrade those at some point, but we've still got plenty of room, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, we only have one drive that is actually filled up to the max, and I imagine that has the cobblestone in it. I could be wrong about that, but you know, that's my guess. So what I'm going to do is set up some connections to these guys. So let's go ahead and I'll just take it up from here. Sounds reasonable. Let's see, what are the coordinates of this? Alright, this is, gosh, those little coordinates on the bottom right hand side are so small they're very hard to read. I think I'll just do F3. Alright, so this is 113.5694. Do we want to instead just go back to that area? Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I have really bad allergies at the moment, so my voice is kind of scratchy and I'm sneezing a lot, so if I cut obsessively, sorry about that. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back here, I guess. How many blocks is that? So we've got from here, we need to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Okay. So let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, let's stick a torch down. And then if we go this way, we should end up in the right spot. Maybe not. Yep, okay, good. And I guess I'll run it. Let's do like this. I guess I don't need that block to be there, but let's run it in the ceiling. That way we can actually walk back here if we need to later on. Okay. And I can go like this. Oh, that's actually going to reveal this area. I like to leave an area to walk. I mean, even if I seal the area up, you know, that I can get into and then quickly just move around and check on things and such like that. But this should be fine. 27, again, I think that'll be okay. If not, we can always make more. So we'll just place these down like so. I wonder what I had this for. You guys probably know, but I can't remember. Alright, it's just kind of an awkward place. Alright, so let's go like this. I guess, yeah. Oh, darn it. Let's put that there and that there. Alright, so we'll get rid of that one. And then go like this. And that should be fine. And we can hide that away really easily, so that'll be fine. Alright, I guess I can turn that off since it's taking up a bunch of screen room. Alright, so there are two ways that we can do this. I'm first going to try the storage bus, but we're going to have to see if that'll work or not, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, depending on what patch we're in, which is really unfortunate. Alright, so let's go ahead and go down here and do storage bus. Alright, so we're just going to do a normal ME storage bus. There's, of course, the fluid type and the Essentia type, but we're going to do just this one. Alright, I'm pretty sure I don't have any sticky pistons. So let's go ahead and do 4 of them. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I don't have any ME interfaces either. Alright, so we don't have everything we need for that. So we need to make some formation cores and annihilation cores. So let's see if we... Nope. I was afraid of that. Darn it. Alright, so fortunately we don't have any of those set up at the moment. So let me go ahead and do that off camera since we have messed around with those before. Alright. So I'm just going to do a temporary setup. I'm not going to make a room for it just yet because that'll be in our other area that we're clearing out. So I will be right back. Okay folks, so as you can see I've got my 4 interfaces right here. I just ended up setting these up over here. Not really too happy with their placement just because they're more difficult to use if you're just shift clicking stuff into it. But we'll set it up nice and neat in a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our storage buses. So we should be able to... Oh, limitless potential. Cool. Got an achievement. Alright, so let's go ahead and set them up just like so. And hopefully I have enough... how many objects do I have on this? Alright, so I've got 1, 2, and then there's 1 up there, 3. These don't count. These should be on. Why are they not on? Even if I did, that was like 4... It's very strange. I'm going to try to figure this out and see what's wrong with this. It might not be able to connect to these deep storage units. That might be the case. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is, unfortunately, which makes me sad. Let's go ahead, and this is really sloppy, but I'm just going to see if... Do I have enough of these? Yeah, I do. Okay, good. If that will turn on. No. Huh. So that should change color, but it's not. And I don't really have a good way to get back there. Is it completely connected? Should be. Yeah. Huh. That is really weird. I'm going to try to figure this out, guys. Alright, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I guess they should be dark. I thought they should have been light, but I guess I'm wrong about that. Came up here to just check on this one because I know this one works. So, as you can see, it'll suck that out in just a second. So, I know this one works. So, I guess they can be dark. Alright, so let's go ahead and come back over here then, if these things are actually working. Let's hook those back up. And we shouldn't need that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is grab some of these guys and just put one in here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this priority. I'm going to leave it where it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alright, configures partition based on currently stored items. Looks like it didn't have any options. Oh, okay. These are the options, I'm guessing. Input, output mode. Yes. I want input, output. Okay. Accessible items. Okay. Alright, so everything in here should be fine. We're not going to add any upgrades to start off with, mainly because I don't have any of the materials. Let's see. Alright, so I've got 26,840. Alright, so we've got all of them accessible here. Alright, good. Now, what I'm not sure... Okay, so this one's gone back to yellow. Oh. Why is it yellow? It should be red. If we've got all of the bytes used. What I may need to do is put export buses up to these as well. I'm not sure about that. Honestly, not sure. Let's go ahead and do... Let's change this up. I want to insert only and see how this reacts. Alright, so it's actually not changing any. And what I think that may be doing actually is allowing us... No, 26,840. I was going to say to be able to access everything that's in the system from here. I think that's the way that it's supposed to work, but again, I'm not sure that the functionality is completely there with these deep storage units. There's been a lot of problems with them in the past when it comes to integration with applied energistics. So we may need to come back, and I don't know if I can actually insert from the bottom. Alright, so what I'm going to do, just to start off with, I am going to be using these, but I'm not going to be using them just yet. So let's go ahead and come over here and see if we have what we need to do export buses. Which I kind of doubt we do, honestly. Alright, so we need formation cores. Do we have those? We have one. Alright, so that'll give us enough to test it out at least. Alright, so let's go ahead and hook this one up. Set it there. I don't want that in there just yet. Let's do that. And then we'll go ahead and put that in there. Okay, so it's going to slowly export these into here. I'll definitely need to speed this one up because the import and export buses by themselves are really slow. So I'm going to have to make some of the upgrades from this, especially this acceleration card, to speed these up. That way it can keep up with the Quarry over there. But this is basically what I need to do. And I think, do I have any more of these cables in here? No. I have them over here. Nope. Nope. And nope. Okay. How about in here? This is the way it's going to be for just a little while I get everything organized, because I've got some things that are in multiple locations, unfortunately. Oh, it's actually speeding up a bit. Okay, cool. And that actually should keep up. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set up the rest of these off camera. And then I'm also, what I'm going to try to do, at least, is go down here and on the, wait a minute, do I have a room on the other side? I do, sorta. I don't know if that's going to work from the bottom. Let's go ahead and fill this back in. I'm going to turn the jetpack off. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of this. I might need to reroute this to be a little bit more efficient. So I'll do like that. Seems somewhat reasonable. Somewhat. Okay. And then I'll probably use covers to be able to just make this a little bit cleaner looking, because at the moment it's not looking so hot. Oh, and actually this is going to take up 8, so I'm going to need to make something else, because as you'll see in a second, if, well, actually I guess you won't, because we're not going to have all of them hooked up yet. Yeah, we're still looking okay. And I actually think white, or the pinkish color, is the I'm not working, help kind of thing, so pardon me. Again, allergies. Just that time of year, mowing and weeding, all that kind of fun stuff. Or not so fun stuff. Let's yeah, I really need to set up an automated system for this stuff, because it's going to quickly become a pain. Alright, what is it called? I can't remember. Alright, where are you? Not seeing it. It doesn't help that this is a different, it's going to be a different texture than it normally is. Well, that's the one that I'm looking for, but that's the Chisel 2 version of it, not the other one. And unfortunately, the other one doesn't flash colors like that until it's hooked up, so I am just not seeing it. Where are you? I mean, really? Oh, there you are. Okay. ME controller. Alright, so we need some pure Fluix crystals, which I do not have, so I'm going to be back with you guys as soon as I've got those made, because those are going to take a little while. Alright, so be back in a minute. Alrighty, folks. So, oops. What I did was I just set that up back here out of the way. That way it wasn't making this area up here more cluttered. I'll set up a room for this pretty soon once we start actually needing to do a lot of applied energistic stuff. But for now, I'm just going to leave it back here and connect it and disconnect it whenever I need to. That's pretty simple, but we had already talked about that and made it and everything, so I wasn't too worried about setting it up off camera. Alright, so let's go ahead and toss this stuff in here and place this why not just put it right there? Hopefully that won't interfere with that, but we probably won't be using that again for a little while at least. So made some pure Fluix crystals, and for that we are going to make, where to go? There it is. It's such a dark block, it's in here, it's hard to tell exactly what it is. Alright, do we have an engineering processor? No, we don't. Great. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this, and I guess I'll just put it in this top slot. This one's the one we need the Fluix crystals, the pure Fluix crystals, I think, for. Let's go ahead and check. Diamond? Okay. Well, we only need one of them, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. So let's put that there and toss you in here. While that's printing, we'll grab a silicon and a redstone. That's what we'll need to finish it off. Alright, so we've got our printed engineering circuit, and then well, it looks like I've got something in each of these. Alright, so let's put you in there like that. And again, this progress bar isn't showing, but it's doing the percentages, so it is working. Alright, so let's toss. Well, I'll go and toss both of those in there. Alright, now we should have everything we need. Do we really not have any skystone blocks? I guess it's not the right type of skystone block. Okay, so we need to smelt these up. Okay, that's easy enough. So let's go and toss those in there, and that shouldn't take too long. Could have tossed it in a different furnace, or half of them in a different furnace, but... Alright, so we need 4 of them, so it's 2, 3, and 4. And I tell you what, I can't wait to get the quarry running full time. Hollowing out that area over there. I was trying to think of the word hollowing. I was like, I'm not thinking of the word. Alright, networking switchboard. Achievement get. Alright, and just because I'd like to start setting up the rooms for everything, because it'll be so nice once I'm able to do that. But can't do it quite yet. Where are we going to put this? I guess we can put it here. Yeah, let's put it right here. That way we can see it, and it blocks off the view of what's back here, so. Okay. And all of these should be perfectly fine now. I could have made those other export buses off camera. I didn't think about that. But we're starting to get towards the end of the episode. Trying to think about what else we'll need. So we've got our pretty ME interface controller. I love these blocks. They're really awesome looking. And I'm going to try to integrate these somehow into the build, but I'm not sure exactly how I want to do it quite yet. But these should be... What is this set up to? Bidirectional. Why is it not... Now these things can be either really nice or a real pain. Trying to get them to, work properly. Alright, so now it's going to start exporting it again. Alright, so I think for now we're just going to set it up to where they're exporting. We might try setting something up later using the storage buses, but I think they're going to be a little bit more of a pain than they're worth at the moment, at least, which is really unfortunate. So they're just not working exactly how I'm wanting them to. I guess we'll go ahead and claim these. Oopsie daisy. Did it keep everything stored in there? Whoa. Okay, so I guess we just learned something together. Maybe you guys knew. But apparently now you can pick these guys up and they're going to keep their stored items. It used to be that if you did that, you would get the stack back that shows right here, and everything else would disappear. So that's actually really, really awesome, and I wish I had known that earlier. But I know it now, so that's good. Alright, so when I move these later, because they will not be staying here, it's going to be much easier than I thought it would be. I was going to use just import and export buses to transfer them between deep storage units. But actually that is really, really awesome. I'm glad that we found that out. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just set up export buses off camera between this episode and next to make it so that we've got... Okay. I clicked on the wrong one, thinking I was like, why is it not exporting? Alright, so yeah, I'm going to set up export buses for each of these off camera and let the quarry run probably till completion. I don't think I'm going to have enough power to do it just, you know, really quickly in one shot, but we'll work it out. Trying to make sure I have everything I want to set up. I'm pretty sure I do. So we've got the quarry running. Alright, let's do this. And I finally changed my hotkeys, that way every time I press F to sneak, I'm not changing whether I'm in hover mode or the engine's on and off or whatever. But yeah, we've got everything from the quarry running directly into this chest, and then it's getting put into the ME system. And then we've got it going to those guys over there, the deep storage units, for the things that we're going to have a lot of. So I think this is going to work out really well. We'll have to see, of course. I might run into a snag here or there. That's usually how it works. Just because you think you have everything set up properly, but it turns out things are just slightly off and you need to tweak things. But so what I'm going to do is go ahead and... I can't walk past that. Interesting. Alright, so we'll come over here and we'll do this. Actually, that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to... Come on. There we go. To change the... Awesome. So it is mining away, and we should see items. Yep. Starting to go through. Awesome. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to have this running for a while, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day.